Hi everybody, Marcelle Hamboyne here with Your Style Fashion Consulting, and as always where fashion meets your style. Today we're going to focus on how to tie a tie. That's right, I know how to tie a tie. I have to know. Some of my clients find this simple tie very challenging, so that's okay. Today we're going to talk about a couple different techniques and tricks that I can help you learn how to tie a tie. We're going to focus on the single knot tie. There's the Windsor knot, the French knot, the double knot, which I am going to give you some guidance on the double knot as well because it's very similar to the single knot. So back when I was about 8 years old, to give you a little history on how I know how to tie a tie, and yes, this is my own tie. I was about 8 years old, and my father actually taught me how to tie his tie when he was getting ready for work. So I have a lot of great memories with my father doing ties and getting him ready to send him off to work for the day. All right, enough about me. Let's talk about the tie. Okay, so we're going to talk about some basics. You have the fatter part of the tie. Then you also have the skinnier part of the tie. On the inside of the tie, not the outside, on the inside you also have a seam, which is this line that is sewn to hold the tie together. And then you also have, of course, the tag. And then you also have this loop. And I'm going to tell you what to do with this loop in a few minutes. So to get started, you want to take your tie. You want to take the seam of the tie, okay? And you want it facing around your neck. But first, you're going to put, if you're wearing a collared shirt, and sometimes females, when we rock ties, we don't wear collared shirts. And I'll tell you what my inspiration was when I first got my first tie. It was when I was watching Friends back in high school, and no, I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I was back in high school and I was watching Friends, and I saw Rachel in this power position in the in the fashion industry, excuse me, and she was rocking a black tie. So I got my first black tie as well. All right, so you're going to pop your collar. You're going to button your shirt all the way to the top, your dress shirt. And then you're going to take the fatter part of the tie, okay? And then you have your skinnier part. And you're going to bring your fatter part down. And you want it about this difference, okay? So if you can see, you want this difference. And if you're doing the double knot, I advise that you do a little bit longer, about double the length of what I just showed you. So you have the skinnier part probably all the way to about here, with the fatter part going down even further. So you're going to take your index finger, you're going to place it on the tie, the skinnier part of the tie. You are going to take the fatter part of the tie, and you are going to take the V, and you're going to place these two fingers together, and you're going to wrap not tightly, but you're going to wrap it around the bottom. And if you're doing the double knot, I would take 2 fingers. Why? Because you want to create a bigger wrap around, because you have to place the larger part through that knot. So you need more give. So you take the fatter part, you wrap it around. So for this video purposes, we're only going to use one index finger, just this finger. And you're going to create a circle, like a C. You see the C shape right here? And then you're going to take it, make a complete circle, okay? And then you're going to take the fatter part and you're going to bring it up. And then you're going to take the fatter part, which my dad used to call the rabbit, and you're going to take the rabbit and put it through the hole, just like that. And yes, when I do style my clients, I do use this verbiage as well. I say you take the rabbit, you put it through the hole, and I also say the fatter part, you put it through the hole as well. It's just how I always remember it. It's my father's voice and my talking to me every morning how to dress them. Anyways, so you see how it's taken shape right now, but the knot is too large, okay? So you want to take the skinnier part of the tie and pull it. Okay, and then to take form, you want to take the fatter part of the tie and pull it. And you want, until you get create the shape that you want, you're just gonna play around with it a little bit. And at this point, you have the single knot. So if you have the double knot, it would be a little bit more character, a little bit fatter of a not right here. If you are wearing a slim fit tie, I would do the single knot. You don't want a double knot. It would overpower your outfit and it wouldn't give you a cohesive look. So you want to take now your skinnier part of the tie, and a lot of my clients say, okay, what do I do now? And I always give them a little bit of a tip. I say, you know, you can take the skinnier part, you can buy a tie clip and you can clip it together so it's not getting in your food and whatnot. Or you can tuck it into your dress shirt. Or what I mentioned before, you have this little sewn together hole with some fabric and you can put it through there. And it's as simple as that. All right, everybody. And also, if you want to take off your tie, please don't try to undo this like this and take this out here and take this out here. It's so simple. You take the slim part of the tie and you just pull it out like so. And it's that simple. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching your Style Fashion Consultants channel. Marcelle Hambourian here. Bye, guys.